Hi, this is GMAC for the Razor Company or TRC, and today's shave will be dedicated to a shaving soap. And the soap in focus. That's the Hendrix Classics and Company Year of the Dragon. Very aptly named, I would say, or very appropriately named, because this is the year of the wood dragon, wood being the element of 2024 in the Chinese zodiac. I'm not going to tell you more about that. You'll have to go and Google that if you want, because my forte would be, well, shaving rather than the Chinese zodiac. So let's very quickly talk a little bit about this soap before we actually get into the shave and the tools that we are going to use for today. Hendrix Classics and Company was started by Pete Hendrix, and originally it was straight razors. Yes, the old school straight razors that Hendrix used to make before slowly graduating towards making soaps. And I think, I won't say graduating, but moving towards making soaps. There's something about Pete Hendrix that, I really like, and reminds me a lot, of course, of, a few other soap makers in the industry, like Sterling, and even to a certain extent, I would say Master Soap Creations, where the soap makers do put in just a little bit more. So if they say that it is 4 ounces, it's probably a little more than that. The pour into these soap containers is really fantastic. And Hendrix Classics and Company does sell, of course, perfume on the side, or that very strong concentrated perfume, in case you want to even, well, spike your shaving soap a little more or make it stronger. I don't think it's needed. According to me, their scent strength is always between about a 6 to a 10 on 10, and that is really fantastic. So let's very quickly talk about the soap itself. Just going to show you what the inside looks like. Yes, it is kind of dark brown. It's not really black, but brownish black. And the notes on this, of course, the top notes are elemi, chestnut, and spices. That's what's written. I do get the chestnut. The chestnut is very strong in this. Few spices. The heart is supposed to be lavender from Provence, and sage. The lavender does sit in there, and when you say lavender from Provence, it's pretty unique, because it's that gentle, smooth, calming kind of lavender. You get different kinds of lavender, and I've learned that over a period of time, including spike lavender, which is actually used to treat respiratory problems. So I think the heart is pretty strong, and the base is supposed to be leather, vanilla, oud, and guaiac. I hope I got that right, guaiac wood. So you get all of that in here. The leather note is kind of subtle. It's not in your face. It's not like Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. Well, this is supposed to be a homage or a tribute to Armani Stronger Than You, which is one of the fragrances I really love. But this is the kind of soap that if you actually use it, you're going to smell of it right through the entire day. So very quickly, let's move on to the other parts of the shave while we talk about this. The razor for today, and this is a very important one. I'm going to go in with the Yates. As you can see, this is the Yates 921. It's the EH, which is the most aggressive base plate. I'm not going to harp too much on the razor, because today's shave is about the soap itself. And I've got a Gillette Platinum loaded in there. That's the blue suite, the blue packs that you get. And for today's shave, I'm also going to be using the Timeless shaving bowl. I do like this bowl very much. Along with my Frank shaving brush. You can't see it, but I'll probably give you a better look at it when it's cleaned off the lather. So I started whipping up a lather earlier, and I just want to show you, there's a concentration of butters in here at the top that really makes the soap so fantastic. So if you look at the lather quality on the soap, it's just absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. So let's get straight down to the shave itself. Oh, it's an absolutely wonderful fragrance. Sits beautifully as you lather up. You can feel it. It's almost like using a classy fragrance before you go out in the evening, for a meal or for dinner. Very unique, absolutely unique. And there's another soap, of course, that I do like, another brand that I like, and that's Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I love their CK6 base. I also love their CK1 base, the original. That's a Crown King base. But Hendrix Classics and Company, for me, well, while it does have a lather that is kind of similar, and it's also, well, a non-tallow soap like the Phoenix soaps, at the same time, I have to say, there's something about the Hendrix soap that really keeps me coming back to it. I just enjoy this. That fragrance is it's just outstanding. Well, there are, some, of course, shavers who do have this thing called fragrance burn. I've never experienced that with the Hendrix ever. I've always found to me, their soaps are really top tier. And I think we're good to go with our first pass. So, the Yates 921 EH plate. There's one thing that I've always loved about Yates razors, and I'll probably, do a special on them later on. They are stunningly smooth razors. It's run by, Jacob Yates and his wife, Ashley Yates. There is a decent bit of slickness, but when the soap, of course, comes off your skin, it does tend to leave your skin a tad bit dry. Well, I can't say unless, after I rinse off after the final pass. We'll have a look and try and figure out if that post shave face feel is there, that smooth feel. One thing about the Yates razors is it's very easy to find the angle, very intuitive. I don't know if you're a fan of, single blade shaving. Or let me rephrase that, of single edge shaving. But if you are, there was always this thought in my mind as to what made a double edge so different, when single edge razors give you a fantastic shave. And then I realized, saves you a bit of time. It's just easy to turn, the head around and shave a bit more. Oh, this razor is very efficient. There's a nice cushion that you get from the Hendrix soap, and that's the good part. There are some old school creams and soaps. When you use them and you know that you're not getting too much of protection, that isn't the case with the Hendrix. Absolutely marvelous soap. So one of the things that you must remember when using soaps is, you know how the ingredients are listed? And that has a lot to do with what's listed first on the list. Like sometimes it's stearic acid, sometimes it's tallow. Very easy to get under the nose. So normally the ingredient that is listed first dominates, you know, the ingredients in that particular soap. So very quickly, let's rinse off after the first pass. Oh, that's, now I can tell just that, yeah, my skin does feel kind of supple. Still got a bit more to go with the second pass, so let's go with that. And while I talk about the ingredients in the soap, so what the soap does have, of course, is, well, cocoa butter. It's got cocoa butter, it's got kokum butter, elite butter, and these are the first three ingredients on the soap, which will tell you why the soap is so creamy. It's unbelievable the way that it, you know, lathers up. Absolutely stunning fragrance, absolutely stunning the lather quality. I do love this brush as well. But there's so many synthetic, I'm a fan of synthetic brushes, and there's so many synthetic brushes and knots nowadays that mimic, you know, badger. And well, the one that I'm using, you know, Pure Tech as such, it also does that job of mimicking the feel of badger. I couldn't bring myself to use a badger brush, although I've got friends who, you know, swear by them. I was a vegetarian for about 8 years. And that's probably one of the reasons why I've got that thing towards, you know, animals. That changed when I went to a country where I couldn't, on work, and I couldn't find vegetarian food, and I ended up having a soup which had, you know, well, meat inside it. Don't ask me to name the country. So there we go. On to the second pass. And start with against the grain. If you haven't, you know, tried the Hendrix range of products, go to the Razor Company website, and you know, we'll also put a link in here for you. But I would highly recommend, regardless of any of the soaps that you get Year of the Dragon before it sells out. It's very masculine. It's very, well, fragrant. It's got a sweet note to it, and I think that has to do also with probably a bit of the the vanilla being in there, that's really the thing. But if you're, someone like me who adores vanilla, then I think you should really give the soap a thought. But it's a very, very rich soap, rich in performance, rich in lather quality. It's definitely got its own qualities which stand out. So, and if you're a fan of Phoenix Artisan accoutrements, you would love this kind of a soap. But don't get me wrong, they are very, very different soaps. They are not similar in any way. What Pete does, of course, with his formula and with the way that he's got this Richman collaboration going on. Richman are the lads who do the parfum part of it, or the fragrance. And it's quite phenomenal. So just to run you by those ingredients before we actually, finish with the shave. Cocoa butter, butter, Elite butter. Elite is a seed that the butter is taken from. And it also has stearic acid, glycerine, coconut oil. Glycerine is very, very good for the skin. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you have a soap with a bar of glycerine, like the good old Piers soap, you will notice how good your skin feels after that. So I sometimes do use a glycerine bar as a pre-shave, not today. That's a downside to smooth razors. You get too complacent with them and they can bite. That's the one area of my face I'm always cautious about. So that's it, done with the second pass. Just a quick rinse. Oh, that was a wonderful shave. Absolutely wonderful shave. No nicks or cuts whatsoever. Seeing if I got everything cleared up, and looks like I did. Very quick run with the alum block. So I was also telling you about the ingredients earlier, along with stearic acid. Well, actually, cocoa butter, kokum butter, Elite butter, glycerine, coconut oil, reconstituted aloe juice, myristic acid. I need to find out what that is. Shea butter, which I'm well versed with, bentonite clay, and Tusa silk. You want to hear the magic about this? After using the Hendrix Classics Year of the Dragon soap, and did go with the 8th razor as well. I've got a clean shave. It's baby smooth, I can tell. No whiskers or stubble left anywhere. Not a single burn with the alum. That's the magic. It's just absolutely fantastic, isn't it? And there are these times that you want to come away with the shave and you want to ask yourself, how good is that soap? How good is that soap? Because if it can provide... I had no pre-shave on today. I did not want to go with it because I wanted to really test, the post-shave feel of the soap. It doesn't leave your face oily. It doesn't leave your face kind of greasy. Your face feels almost like it's dry, but it's soft. It doesn't have that tightening kind of feel that some soaps leave you with. So I'm going to run through this again. And if you ever wonder what Tusa silk is, well, that's actually the silk that is taken from the larvae of a certain kind of moth. Don't think it's bad. It has nothing to do with allergens, but it does help with giving your soap a bit of a silky feel. So once again, I'm very quickly, before I can get to the post-shave, going to give you the star of our show today, the Year of the Dragon. Everything from the artwork to the performance of the soap, to the post-shave feel, and more importantly, I would say even the very fragrance of it is fantastic. Go out and get this soap before it's gone. It's a special made for the year 2024. There's a high chance that once it's sold out, you might not be able to get it again. So go out and get it. We'll put a link up for you. And now, of course, for our post-shave, going to use a special aftershave lotion, which is a favorite of mine as well. So for the post-shave, I'm going to go with Officina Artignia, which is the famous Italian, artisan manufacturer. And, let's see how it goes. I'm just going to show you the bottle. It's Officina Artigiana Milano Oli del Benessere, which of course is the ODB. If you like this company, of course, you can get the menthol crystals from the Razor company. We guys used to have a stock of them. You need to check, go online and see it. So this is no alcohol. It's an alcohol-free aftershave. And the reason I used it is because I didn't have the Hendrix matching aftershave. But this comes very close to, this is leathery and woody. Absolutely one of my top favorite, aftershave splashes in the world. And I mean that. I do have the aftershave, which has a parfum strength, alcohol content inside it. So that's pretty much the shave for today. Once again, just to remind you, the razor used for today was the Yates 921. Absolutely fascinating, shave. For the brush, I went with the Frank shave. I think you can get a kind of a look at it. And the Timeless bowl, I've still got a good bit of lather in there. Wondering what to do with it. So that's it for the shave for today. The Year of the Dragon. Go celebrate it. Get yourself one of those tubs. Absolutely love it. And that's a soap that I'm not going to part with. Big question. If it does get over, would I buy another tub? Probably two. I wouldn't want to lose this one. So that's all from me, GMAC, for the Razor Company. In this shaving episode, we'll catch you again with another episode of shaving. And, for that one, it will be a razor in focus. But for now, it's time for me to shut shop and ship out of here and say, you do have a lovely rest of this week, and bye-bye for now.